What if I told you that Leica is about to drop the most controversial camera in their M series history? A camera so divisive that it's splitting the photography community right down the middle before it's even officially announced. The Leica M11V is coming, and what I'm about to reveal will either make you fall in love with Leica all over again or question everything you thought you knew about this legendary brand. Today, I'm diving deep into the leaked specs, the shocking release date timeline, and a price point that's going to surprise absolutely everyone. If you're obsessed with camera rumors and want to stay ahead of every major announcement before anyone else, you need to hit that subscribe button right now, because this channel is your direct pipeline to the most exclusive camera leaks in the industry. But here's what's really going to blow your mind about the M11V. The M11V packs a 60-megapixel full-frame sensor with the Maestro 3 processor, the same powerful combination driving the entire M11 lineup. This sensor delivers incredible detail and handles those large files without breaking a sweat. But here's the most important detail. And this is what's going to divide the photography world forever. Leica has completely ditched the traditional optical rangefinder. Instead, you're getting a built-in electronic viewfinder with 5.76 million dots of resolution on a 0.5-inch panel. The magnification sits at 0.76 times with diopter adjustment and digital focus aids that make precise focusing easier than ever before. The design changes are equally dramatic. No ISO dial on the top plate and no rangefinder window on the front. A new function lever controls the EVF settings, giving you quick access without taking your eye off the shot. Storage drops to 64 gigabytes compared to the M11P's 256 gigabytes, but that's still plenty for backup shots. The camera maintains classic M-mount compatibility, German build quality, and the signature diamond pattern leatherette grip. Most importantly, this remains a photo-only camera with zero video features, staying true to the M series philosophy. Now here's what you really want to know about the release timeline. Now, you're probably wondering when you can actually get your hands on this revolutionary camera, and the timeline might surprise you. The release date situation for the Leica M11V is creating more buzz in camera circles than any Leica announcement in recent memory, and the timing couldn't be more strategic. Industry insiders are pointing to October 2025 as the official announcement month, and if these rumors prove accurate, it means Leica is planning to dominate the holiday season in a way they've never attempted before. October has become Leica's preferred announcement window for major releases, and choosing this time frame for the M11V suggests they're positioning this camera as their flagship product for the entire 2025 to 2026 cycle. This isn't just another product launch. This is Leica making a statement about the future direction of the entire M system, and they want maximum attention when they pull back the curtain. But here's where the timeline gets really interesting, and it reveals something crucial about Leica's manufacturing strategy. While the announcement is expected in October 2025, actual shipping won't begin until late Q4 2025, which means early adopters might not receive their cameras until December at the earliest. This extended gap between announcement and availability is classic Leica, but it also suggests that initial production runs will be extremely limited. We're likely looking at a carefully orchestrated release that will create massive demand while maintaining the exclusivity that Leica customers expect. This timeline also means that the M11V will be competing directly with whatever Canon, Sony, and Nikon have planned for their late 2025 releases. Leica is essentially throwing down the gauntlet and saying they're confident this camera can hold its own against anything the major manufacturers can produce. That's either incredible confidence or spectacular arrogance. The late Q4 shipping window also suggests that Leica is planning this as their premium holiday offering for serious photographers who are willing to spend significant money on the ultimate gift for themselves. This timing strategy has worked brilliantly for luxury brands across industries, and Leica seems determined to position the M11V as the ultimate aspirational camera for 2025. But when you hear the price they're planning to charge for this privilege, you might need to sit down. The pricing strategy for the Leica M11V is going to completely rewrite everything you think you know about value in the camera market, and Leica's positioning of this camera as an entry-point M11 variant is either genius marketing or the most tone-deaf decision in camera history. When I tell you the numbers, You're going to understand exactly why this camera is generating so much controversy before it's even officially announced. Leica is targeting a price range between $7,200 and $7,800 in the US market, which positions the M11V as their attempt at creating an affordable M camera. Let that sink in for a moment. Leica's idea of entry-level pricing is nearly $8,000. This pricing strategy reveals everything about how Leica views their position in the market and who they believe their customers really are. In European markets, the pricing drops slightly to between €7,000 and €7,500. But even with more favorable exchange rates, we're still talking about a camera that costs more than most people's entire photography kit. This isn't just expensive. This is Leica making a bold statement that they're not interested in competing on price with anyone, even at the entry level of their own lineup. But here's what makes this pricing strategy absolutely fascinating from a market perspective. When you compare the M11V's expected price to the rest of the M11 family, the positioning becomes crystal clear. The standard M11 launched at around $8,295, while the M11P commands approximately $9,195. By slotting the M11V below both of these models, Leica is creating a clear hierarchy where the electronic viewfinder model serves as the gateway drug to the M system. They're betting that photographers who can't quite justify $9,000 might convince themselves that $7,500 is reasonable. This pricing also puts the M11V in direct competition with flagship cameras from Sony, Canon, and Nikon. But with a crucial difference. Those cameras come loaded with video features, advanced autofocus systems, and hybrid capabilities that the M11V completely ignores. Leica is essentially charging flagship prices for a camera that deliberately does less, and they're confident that their brand prestige and unique shooting experience justifies this premium. The genius of this pricing strategy becomes apparent when you consider Leica's long-term business model. They're not trying to sell cameras to everyone. They're trying to sell cameras to people who view photography as an art form rather than a technical exercise. For these customers, the M11V's limitations aren't drawbacks. They're features that force you to become a better photographer by removing digital crutches. But perhaps the most shocking aspect of this pricing is what it reveals about the current state of the camera market. Leica's confidence in charging nearly $8,000 for what they're calling an entry-level camera suggests they have data showing that serious photographers are willing to pay premium prices for premium experiences, even in a market flooded with capable alternatives. This isn't just about the camera. It's about buying into a philosophy and a community that values craftsmanship over convenience. The M11V's pricing also represents Leica's bet on the future of photography as luxury goods rather than consumer electronics. While other manufacturers race to add more features and lower prices, Leica is moving in the opposite direction, offering fewer features at higher prices while betting that discerning customers will appreciate the difference. The Leica M11V represents more than just another camera release. It's a statement about the future of photography and whether there's still room for cameras that prioritize experience over specifications. Whether this camera succeeds or fails will tell us everything about where the photography industry is heading and what photographers really value when they're spending their hard-earned money. But the M11V isn't the only camera generating controversy in 2025. Some of the most hyped camera releases this year are turning out to be massive disappointments that are fooling photographers into making expensive mistakes. You need to watch my deep dive into the top 10 most misleading cameras of 2025 to make sure you don't fall for marketing hype that could cost you thousands of dollars. Trust me, what I reveal about these cameras will save you from making the biggest purchasing mistake of your photography career.